What's up, guys? My name is Laminack. Today is March 5th. The entrepreneur I chose to interview is named Scott MacConnell. He is the owner and operator of a small business located here in Tallahassee called Tally Bounce. I hope you enjoy the video. Alright, guys, so we're here with Scott MacConnell, owner of Tally Bounce. Scott, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm a 24-year-old entrepreneur. I started Tally Bounce about a year ago, a year and some change ago. And I started with 2 bounce houses, and now I have 10. So we've grown pretty fast and still growing.
Cool. What made you decide to open up your own business?
Well, I was working 8-hour days at a car dealership, and that's not fun. So, and I've always been pretty business mindset. So I had an opportunity to open this business, and so I took it.
Cool. Let's see here. Did you have any inspiration to open your business?
Yeah, not to work 10-hour days for someone to tell you keep working harder when you were working pretty hard yourself.
For sure. How did you decide on your legal business structure?
Well, I went with a LLC, and that's because it was just the easiest and the cheapest and the fastest. I mean, you can go to LegalZoom.com and have an LLC within 25 minutes, so for $100. So that's the reason why I went LLC.
Can't beat that. How much time, money, and planning did it take before deciding to open your business?
Well, I didn't have a long, drawn-out business plan. I didn't have any pie charts or anything like that. I just created a one-page simple business plan. It took capital. It was a long haul. It was a long haul. It was probably step by step. So it took a lot of time just getting business and everything like that. So.
Do you have any set location for your business?
Well, I have 2. I have where I do all the paperwork and everything, and I also have where I store the bouncers.
Okay. What did it take for you to find the right location? What were you looking for?
I was looking for accessibility. I mean, the easiest, just easy. I just needed things really easy.
How did you obtain your startup capital?
Well, it was from my job, really. I don't need much to live off of: pizza, beer, noodles. So everything else just went towards my business.
Awesome. Let's see. So, do you advertise at all for Tally Bounce?
Yes, it's a really Google-driven business. So I use AdWords, I do Facebook, I do a lot of things like that. I think I'm gonna do direct mailers to schools and daycares and stuff like that because the summer's coming up and they have water days, and so I'm gonna go old school with them, but usually just Google.
So, you mentioned you're more technology based. Does your company have a website?
Yes, tallybounce.com.
Okay, cool. And did you build it yourself?
I didn't. I did not build it myself. I can't take any credit for that. My roommate actually built it for me, so he really helped with that.
And does he also maintain it?
He does. I'm learning. It's a learning process. I'm doing pretty good at learning it, so hopefully I'll take the reins pretty soon.
Cool. Is there any other technology that helped you run your business, information-wise?
Not really. I mean, the only other technology that really helps is Square. I mean, so now I can take credit cards on the go. I can take it wherever, and it really helps that way. It makes things a lot easier.
E-commerce. Let's see here. Have you ever had to deal with any type of theft?
I haven't. I've had people write me a check and then cancel the check. That was fun. But as soon as I mentioned court, I got cash pretty quickly after that.
Cash is king.
Yes, cash is definitely king. So I'll take that over a check any day.
How do you? Well, first off, do you have any employees?
Yes, I have one. I have one employee, and we're gonna grow to a couple more over the summer. I had 2 during the summer, but when it starts getting colder, bounce houses don't go out as much, so a couple of them left, and now I'm looking to take on more.
Cool. And how do you select potential employees?
Well, I'm a customer service based business, so I just find someone who's polite, greets the customers really well, and really trustworthy.
Do any family members play a role in your business?
Um, I have a lot of input by family, not directly into it. Uh, Family and business is tough. I learned that before. So, um, no, I asked for their input.
Okay. So by tough, what lessons did you learn?
If you don't fight with your family before you get it going to business with them, you will while you're in business with them. So sometimes they give their input when it's not asked, and sometimes they give a little too much input when it is asked for.
How do you train your employees, or do you at all?
I do. I train them on how to roll up a bounce house, how to use the dolly correctly, how to lift the bounce house. I don't An employee with a broken back is not something I want. So train them on how to greet the customers, how to talk to the customers, and just how to make sure they're always on time.
Do you, having so few employees, do you ever have to evaluate them, or is it kind of just
Oh, I evaluate them all the time.
constantly?
I mean, after they drop off a bounce house, I'm calling the customer that Monday before and asking them how everything was and how they were.
Cool. Have you ever had to run into any disciplinary actions?
Yes. I actually had to fire an employee.
What happened there?
He crashed a truck into a car, and he did not handle it well. He didn't handle it the tally bounce way, or the way most people would handle it. So I had to get rid of him pretty quickly.
Do you offer any company incentives to your employees?
I do not. I do not offer any company incentives right now. I don't think I'm at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, we can go out and have some beers after a long day, but
As long as they're over 21.
as long as they're over 21.
Has owning a business affected your family in any way?
Yes, my family has always known that I'm crazy, but this just confirms it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely has. Hey, Dan.
So for Tally Bounce, what kind of day-to-day activities do you have to do?
I mean, booking, calling, confirming, make sure everything is ready to go. I mean, just today I was spray painting a trailer and setting it up for this weekend. I'm actually in the process of moving, so I've been moving for the last week, and just all kinds of stuff, everything. Every day is a new challenge.
New challenge. What makes you feel like your business has been a success?
Well, the growth and just, I think this year at this time I was happy that I was having 5 books a month, and now I mean we've grown to 5 books a day. So I think that's pretty successful. I wouldn't say it's successful yet, but it definitely is getting there.
What's the worst experience you've had while operating your business?
The worst, probably when my employee ran into that car. It wasn't a fun experience. My insurance went up, still is up, and yeah, that was probably the worst. That was probably the very worst.
What's the best advice you could give someone that's starting out on their own business?
The best advice I would give somebody is just do it.
Just do it.
I mean, it's simple, but the time's never going to be right. Your money's never going to be right. You just have to hop into it and just go for it.
Just dive in.
Yeah, all the way.
Are you looking into any other business ventures?
I'm always looking into other business ventures. I've probably created 3 businesses today that I would go into. I mean, it's a daily process. Most of them I forget. Some of them I think of them while I'm in the shower. Some of them I think of while I'm driving. But I do plan on starting some other businesses very soon.
What else would you like to tell me about your business or owning a small business in general?
It's hard work, and everybody has something to say, and you just got to take everything with a grain of salt. And the customer is usually always wrong, but you better treat them like they're always right.
All right.
Cool.
How you doing?